I'm finishing a glass of wine.
Dinner wine.
All rules, and then I've got a nice Lawson's queued up next. So
Love it. Are you in your living room?
no, this is my office. I've got work from home, and
Nice. I like the Christmas tree.
yeah, you know what's cool about these? These are the coolest lights ever, dude. I'll show you. I got an app for my fucking Christmas tree lights.
That's
So
unreal.
I can hit this little button here, and I'm gonna switch it over, and then I can switch it into like some candy cane mode here. But then the craziest thing is that I can draw on my Christmas tree.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it is kind of bonkers. So
It's crazy.
it's not a bad little thing. Let me see here. Get over to the. I was talking to Jeremiah earlier. He asked about playing some pickle down in Dartmouth next week.
Yeah, are you in? I think we're playing the 26th.
Yep. Well, I gotta talk about how many people are gonna be there, because I stopped playing up in Salem, and if there are more people there than there are at Salem, then maybe I gotta rethink that. So I don't know. He was gonna get back to me about how many people are gonna be there. Who's the fourth? Did you guys find another fourth player?
Sarah Marr.
I don't know. Oh, Sarah Marr. Yeah, oh, cool.
Yeah,
She's usually down in Florida, right?
Yeah, she lives in Connecticut. I think she lives her family's in Connecticut, but she has family in Maryland or something. Jeremiah was saying.
Yep. Very cool.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, it is Saturday, so I don't know. What does it take, an hour to get down to Dartmouth from here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably about an hour.
Well, if there are not too many people, then I will join for sure.
Sweet. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Cool. You want to watch some not good pickleball? Did you see this game that I played? It is.
I don't think I've watched it yet, so this is going to be a raw reaction.
It is spectacularly awful.
It's actually 5 minutes.
No joke. The whole not even. I mean, I think there's some like setup time, and I had to walk to the camera, so I think the literally lasted 4 minutes and 30 seconds or something. It was pretty ridiculous. But all right, here we go. I'll get you going. It's me and Ron against Nick and Riley, and it is likely the most embarrassing game that I have ever put on the internet.
Are you wearing a visor?
Oh yeah, wearing a visor. A little while ago. I'm reading the chat. Oh, it's you, Harper? Were you my chat? Yeah, all right. Harper, my daughter's blowing up the chat, Andrew.
Harper.
Literally, like anything that could have gone wrong in this game, I couldn't believe how awful it was.
Were you playing well up until this point, or is this like the first game of the day?
No, I played really well. It's just, I don't know. We get that one game that you wish you could erase from your memory forever.
Yep, every day.
Yes. The days in which that doesn't happen are the best days, but this was not one of them. Literally, outball, netball. I think I lost 9 of the 11 points. So. I do like Riley's tights.
He looks like a mermaid.
I was thinking Kermit the Frog a little bit, but it was so hot that day too. It was crazy because fucking right into the net again.
I mean, nobody else in the court's wearing a visor, so you kind of won that battle.
I did win the visor battle. Are you pro visor, anti visor?
I couldn't pull up a visor, but I respect it.
I can't do the hat. The hat is like.
I just do a trucker hat backwards.
Hat backwards, yeah. So you're not still playing, huh?
We're playing a little bit. I probably play 2 or 3 times a week, between Lakeville and then Friday nights at Dartmouth, and then there's a Monday group forming but it's right near my house now, so just go. It's 5 minutes away because I moved from Boston back home. So
Yep. Yeah, I stopped playing about 2 weeks ago, and then
oh, that was a good shot by Riley.
yeah, it was.
Mr. X special.
Like Haran almost took a dig or two. It's 7-0. This was not fun.
Nope.
The best shot of my day right there. Fucking that court. Not sure why Nick is so upset about this. He's winning very, very badly. So.
That was a good drop.
Yeah, I know, right? Like
the one good point you had, Ron missed the volumes.
no, Ron gave me the shaft on that one. That was our 1 point. That's it right there. Look how good this is. Thanks, Riley.
Well, the good thing is that when did you read the comments on this? Were there a lot of comments on this video?
Oh yeah. Well, Ed was like, we all have this game once in a while.
Well, if you had posted like 4 or 5 plus pickleball, there would have been like, well, you'd be at 2.5 where I am.
Yes. Well, I'm a 2.5 where I am too. So.
Well, in this game.
Yeah, this game for sure. I'm 2.5. I might even be like a 1.25. This was like the best sequence of the whole thing, and I fucking butchered it.
I mean, what a point that was.
Yeah, it was a good point. You still lost it. It was so demoralizing. I really wanted to give up. I hate this. The game sucks sometimes.
It's sometimes the greatest thing and sometimes the most stressful thing. Depends how you're playing, I guess. Oh, well, Riley.
This one, yeah, I know, man. That was a good
Riley just stepping on your grave right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Riley was playing quite well. Yep. I'm bending over. I'm like, no, I'm done. Get me out of here. At least I didn't throw my paddle.
No comment.
It was rough. I got a fun one up for you next, Andrew. We're gonna talk about the pickleball rules.
Love it.
I have feelings.
Sorry, you like it?
The more I drink, the better I look like I play pickleball. And that was it. Shortest game, most awful game.
Well, credit to you for posting it, because a lot of people would just not post it.
Yep. Well, that's how you know that I'm a true 4.5 player, Andrew, is that I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to show you the crap game.
Delete from the archives would be my strategy there.
But yeah, you wouldn't post this. I remember a game or two that I think that you have played like this over the years that I have known.
You've seen.
Yeah,
you've seen. I think I told you to delete them. I was like, hey, just don't.
That is true. You did pay me to delete them, so thank you for those $3. So appreciate it.
Yeah, there was. Well, that was such a fun group that we had last winter. In where was that? Wilmington. During Andover.
Andover, I think, at that indoor place. That was great. Manny was there, and
Manny, Christy, Ron, and you. That was fun. Yeah, there was a few nights there after a long day of work. If you're not into it, you just play terrible. But for the most part, we had some really good games.
Yes.
Manny's in Florida now. Shout out Manny.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Manny. Hope he's doing down. I talked to him a little bit. He's having some fun down in Florida. I think he found a good group. I think he said he was playing with Joey Ferris a little bit. So,
yeah, I think he went down to Turbo's indoor place. that
Nice.
small place in Florida. I think he was playing with Randy Coleman too.
Very
I
good.
think. Could have been a
What I
dream.
want to try is that Moneyball thing, man. That looks like so much fun. I wish that we had something like that up here. Have you seen that down in Florida?
Yeah, Jonathan Wilson plays in that.
Yep.
We're still hoping to play the Open if it happens. Did you talk to Christy?
I did.
Is she gonna be good?
Well, she's like, look, man, you're not old enough to play with me in the 50 plus yet. And we're gonna play in the mixed double age thing. But
she's gonna be good with her surgery.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think she's gonna be all set to go. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see where if it happens, where COVID is, and if the vaccine helps at all. But I don't know. It's gonna be crazy if we got in for 2020 and then it's like, all right, your 2020 submission is good for 2022 now.
Oh, I know, man. That's gonna suck, dude. I have a voucher with like one of the airlines that's going to expire. I don't know what the hell I'll be like, look, man, can you extend this to 2022? It would suck. Yeah.
It's like rollover minutes. Okay,
Are you going to play? So you're going to play with Wilson? Are you guys still going to play 5-0?
Yeah, we were signed up last year for 4 or 5. And then he was like, hey, do you want to play in the open division? I was like, yeah, I'm down. Just, I'd rather lose and play the best competition, but there's a wait list, so we're moving up to 5-0, hopefully.
Nice. Andrew, you got to call out for the Bills hat, I think.
No, it's Patagonia hat.
Oh, is it Patagonia?
Who's calling me out?
So it said it's Go Bills in the chat, but I think it's Patagonia.
I mean, the Bills look good this year.
Yeah.
But I think they'll blow it in the playoffs again. Let me open up this Facebook stream. Let's see. Go Bills in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I can get down to the Open. It'll be so much fun. But
I know. I just miss tournaments in general.
I know, man. It sucks not playing.
Something you just like prepare for, and you get in the mental set a couple of weeks before where you want to just kind of grind and play better, and you don't have that. So now it's just like rec play, and how competitive can you be in rec play all the time without something to look forward to?
The best that we played all summer, I think, was when you, me, Christy, and Chris were playing down in Scituate. That actually felt like competitive. I was like, that was a good game. That was super fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. And then the tournament in White Mountains was fun. I think I did 2 of them there this summer. But yeah, it's tough. Not a lot of people aren't playing, and just the non-competitive aspect, because that's the best part of pickleball is the tournaments and meeting everybody and getting drunk after. That might just be me, but
no, I think that's most people who play, I think.
Well, this time last year we went down to Green Valley. You and Riley pulled trigger around this time, and that tournament is.
And that was the crappiest.
What was worse, driving down there to play 2 games, or the last game we just watched?
Well, just the 2 and out sucked, man. That was a 7.5-hour drive to play 2 games or 3 or 4 games of pickleball to turn around and get in the car to drive home.
I think the best part of that was like the night before you texted Riley and were like, hey, so carpool? And he was like, oh, no, I'm not coming from Boston. And you guys both drove 7 hours.
That sucked, man. It was so awful. That was the crappiest tournament I've ever played in, I think. But
they moved it to New Jersey this year.
Say again?
It's moved to New Jersey this year.
Yeah, because they shut it down in Philly, I think, right? So, yeah.
Yep.
Be very curious to see how many people show up to that.
Yeah.
I was excited to play in a couple. I mean, I had the Atlanta Open lined up, and I was going to play. Who was I going to play with? Crap, losing it. But I don't know. It was fun, man. I had a tournament schedule, and I was like, let's go.
You were going to the Atlanta Open?
Yeah, I was going to play in Atlanta and U.S. Open, and just everything, man, died. It sucked.
Who were you playing Atlanta with?
Who was I going to play in Atlanta with? Let me look.
Sorry, I opened the Facebook stream as you were talking, and then I was talking over it. It was an absolute nightmare.
Let me find who I was playing with. Let's see. I played against him in the Atlantic Regional, and I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh, Jimbo?
No, his partner, Kevin Walker. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kevin and I were going to play together, and I was pumped, man, because I think that we would have gelled really well together. And
yeah, he's got good vibes, good energy.
Yep. Good vibes, good energy, and solid play, man. He's just like, I don't know. I like playing against him. He was super patient. And then
you and Riley played them in the 4-5 final there, right? In men's?
Yeah, we played in the 4-5 final. We gave him a good run, and then I think we just were a little not as patient as they were.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a tough surface for an Atlantic Regional. Playing with
that
basketball court is tough.
I hated playing with that ball.
It's better than the jug. Have you ever played a tournament with a jug?
No. Playing with a jug is like, all right, you're just playing tournament with jugs. That's all you have to say, and then you don't show up. You're like, I don't want to play.
Well, it was sort of like just like hitting a marshmallow with a pillowcase. Yeah. It was only one time. I did not sign up for that tournament again. But it was one of the first tournaments I think I met you at. But not the jug one. It was at that facility, Millworks. Do you remember that place?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was like
I remember that tournament because that's the tournament that Sabi hit me in the nuts with a ball, like from just dead on at the kitchen. Fucking dropped to my knees, and Christy Costa walks up and she's like, just starts laughing at me as I'm like rolling on the floor in pain, getting hit in the nuts by Sabi. He was sucked.
He's where's he? He moved, right? He's not in Connecticut anymore.
No, I know he's out west or in the Midwest or something. But man, that guy can hit the ball hard. I just thank God it wasn't a Dura. It was just one of those like soft balls because. Dropped my pants and looked in the bathroom like, oh, great, cool. I got a little deformity going on now. Thanks, Sabi. So,
yep. All right, what do you got next? You got the rules?
Yeah, what do I got? I got some rules. Let's watch this pickleball channel video about the rule changes because there are 2 rules that I'm not loving. So
changes. Yeah, I think I know play pickleball on a daily basis. There's actually quite a few, especially if you're going to.
Can you hear it okay, Andrew?
Yeah, I just can't. Is it a video? I can't see anything.
But the 2 most notable changes have to do with the serve.
Oh, yeah. Let me go back. All right, let's get this up on the. All right. You see it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right.
Really affect how people play pickleball on a daily basis. There's actually quite a few, especially if you're going to be playing tournaments in 2021. But the 2 most notable changes have to do with the serve. People have already started talking about this. For example, Jennifer Lucor at allpickleball.com has written a blog post highlighting one of the key changes. And there are many others creating videos and hosting Zoom calls, all talking about the rule changes coming.
Pretty much every pickleballer who does anything related to video has been posted. It was so funny to see who was going to do this first. It was like, oh, I'm going to get the first video. And it's like 32,000 views of some of these things out there. It's crazy.
Yeah. We will add links to our site with resources to help you research the topic. So what are these 2 changes related to the serve? First, servicelets are removed.
Okay, this is the dumbest change. I think this is the dumbest change. Why?
So, do you know where this originated from?
No, I mean, I can't. I don't understand.
So it's actually a D1 college tennis rule that in tennis, D1 college, if there's no, I mean, there's usually refs, but at any rate, if there's a service let, a lot of college kids would get aced on it, or they would get aced, and there was actually no let, and they would just call a let, because you can't argue a let. So they would get aced, and then they would say, oh, no, that hit the net. So they got rid of that in D1 tennis. It's still D2 and D3, I'm pretty sure still has. I know D3 does. But yeah, I don't know how or why it translates to pickleball. I mean, it like lets in pickleball are relatively blatant, and they're far and few between.
It's so rare. It's like it's either rare, or when it happens, the ball like dribbles over the net, and it's like there's no way if I'm standing 3 or 4 feet behind the baseline that I'm gonna like run up and catch a dribbler that lands in the kitchen. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest. Yeah. And it's not even a provisional one. It feels so dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I think to your point, it's so rare that I don't think the rule change will affect us that much, but it's just why. I don't know why, but we'll see.
Yeah,
how it plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait for someone to win a game, with a couple of left. It's going to be
I
the
didn't even
worst.
think of that.
No, I mean, can you imagine like you're up by 1 and the way in which you win is you hit a little freaking dribbler over the net. It's just going to be a mess.
Hand up, sorry. Good luck the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I guess. All right. Next rule change. This one I'm less angry about, but I am curious to see how it's going to play out.
The simplest version of this is that if a let happens on the serve, this one is it's the very first thing and it's allowed, but it's not entirely official yet. So what is it? The drop serve.
Feelings on a drop serve?
So I haven't had the yips yet in pickleball, but I did have the yips in tennis a few years ago on my serve for about a week, and it happened mid-match where I was just tossing the ball in the air and just forgot how to serve. So I think from that aspect, it helps people that do have the yips, because I think a lot of people who have the yips serve backhand. So I think a lot of it helps those people, but then I'm interested to see how it sort of plays out at the higher level, open division and pro, to see how these guys like Ben Johns, Kyle Yates, Riley Newman, Tyson and stuff can actually implement it, if they even will try to make some sort of advantage out of it. I don't know. But yeah, the last couple of times I played, I was just kind of messing around with it, seeing what I could do. And I don't know if there's that much of an advantage, but again, interested to see what people can do to sort of make some sort of advantage out of it, because I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I haven't tried it yet, so I would have thought that with that weird cool slice backhand thing that you got going on with your up at the net, that maybe you could have done something cool with it. I guess the one thing that I saw that was potentially kind of interesting is that if you can impart a ton of backspin on the ball, it seems possible that if you're going to shake things up such that you can push someone 3 or 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline, and then potentially the next serve hit a cut backhand or a cut forehand that's going to have a little bit of backspin to it. That seems kind of crazy, but I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't actually try to push anybody back when I was just messing around. The only ones that I tried were hitting soft slices, right past the kitchen, to try to get them to have to run for it and pop it up. But again, how effective is popping it up when on the third shot you have to let it drop anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll experiment with it, but I don't know if I'll get any advantage out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I guess if you can hit some top spin on it, because you can hit down on it now, so that's kind of cool.
But so the rule is, right, that you can drop it at any height, but you can't actually throw it down, right?
Yeah, it has to be gravity assist only. You can't.
Okay.
Which I feel like is just going to cause more problems from a refereeing perspective anyway. Oh, you push the ball down versus just letting it drop. I don't know. Just seems
has Don Stanley made any comments on it? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. I mean, I guess they take that back. I've seen a little bit, but where people are saying oh, you'll be able to tell if someone's pushing the ball down, but I don't know. I think people are going to start yelling at each other for actually pushing the ball down instead of.
Yeah, it's such a gray area, and it's such a small difference of you can just say, oh yeah, you pushed it down, but how are you going to tell me that I did?
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I'm interested to see if any of the pros even use it at all, because I mean, Ben Johns has a killer serve, Tyson has a killer serve, and I mean, I guess if they have a killer serve that way, maybe they'll try to gain some advantage with the drop, but it is weird, but we'll see.
Yep.
I mean, the game is relatively, I mean, it's obviously growing and not in its infant stage, but there's a lot of more people playing, and I feel like there's a lot of more opinions and suggestions that they're all kind of taking into account and saying, hey, let's try this. And I think it does help people with the yips, and I think that's good.
I agree. I mean, let's take a look. I want to see some of the.
Now, if you're used to your serve, don't panic. You're still allowed. And actually, the normal serve would be the underhand serve we're all used to. But the new rule, again, U.S. explanation for what
rules
form is
Show
this
us how to do
many for the official members, and it's all
Come on,
Keep
Rusty.
that spirit. Remember, as
Rusty
always,
didn't
keep
even
it
show us
here.
how to do the
Pickleball
thing.
to 21 and stay connected.
Alrighty, I guess we're gonna stay connected instead of watching how to do the thing. Let's see. Is there Pickleball Kitchen has a 16-minute video about these two new rule changes, so it's possible.
Steve Peranto here
Steve,
with another
show us how to do this, Steve.
to add. Just make sure you don't add some force downward or add force up. So the drop.
I'm very much wondering about this background. I feel like I don't know where he is, but this pattern is scaring me a little bit. I don't know.
Is just that, a drop.
It's a drop.
Like, and just drop it.
Show us, Steve.
It's never just a basic now.
Slow-mo first. I like this. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like there's zero advantage with that.
Now, when you are hitting the forehand drive serve, I definitely would be as high as possible. The other big thing to remember about the forehand drive is, hey, copy your nice forehand. If you have a great forehand.
All right, you have a great forehand, Andrew. You should be trying this. I want to see some of this on Saturday when we play. So
okay.
All right, what we got up next, Andrew, is a little bit of fun from the summer where, my God, this was a fun day. I can't believe this was fun.
I mean, this view is just incredible.
Do you think we should do this again next summer, I think, huh?
I'm down. But before we get into it, I need to get another beer. So I'll be right back.
Do it up. All right, a couple people in the chat. Say hi if you're watching. Would love to know where you are. Ask a couple questions. Paul, you still watching?
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so actually, before we get into this, so pickleball, how what do we got there? What's the goal?
I don't know, man. Like, I can't play right now, right? So not a lot of play going on. Not a lot of videos being created at the moment. So I don't know. I thought that, there hasn't been a lot of personality in the videos that I've been posting. It's just basic play for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to talk to people who I know, who I play with, and who I have a good time with. If I don't get to see them as regularly for playing, I just thought it'd be a fun way to catch up with people and talk about pickleball, watch some pickleball, say the word pickleball all the time. So
love it. Absolutely love it.
I don't know. I'm a little bummed Chris didn't join. It's like he's the fella has to play and show up and chat.
He's a busy man. I guess we got to get it on his schedule a little earlier. But
I think so.
We'll get him on here. I mean, we're going to see him play here, so
that is true. That is true.
We'll get him on here one day. One day.
This was fun, man. Jay. I hope he invites us back next year to play. It was a hell of a fun time.
Yeah, I know the overwhelming sort of consensus of it was that everybody that was watching had a good time. And like you said, this was when, like June, July?
Yeah, I think it was the middle of July that we played. I think I got the video up at the end of July.
Yeah, so that was like 4 months out of being competitive, and it sort of felt like a competitive match and atmosphere, and it was fun to sort of try to get back into it.
It really was. Like, playing in front of a crowd, like no one paid to see us play, but it certainly felt like they did. And it was like, I don't know, you feel like you want to play your best and give people a good show. It definitely, I didn't have like the nerve,
body bag.
Did you get tagged, huh?
I got body bag. Christy, after she set Chris up for that, goes, sorry. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, that is
right in the hip. Good shot.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I don't know, man. Oof, Chris, come on. You gotta hit that. I gave him a good ball. Or you did, I guess.
Well, you set that up. That was at my feet.
It was so pretty that day. Like right on the water, man. It's such a cool place to play. Oh,
Nice shot. Would that have been on a regulation court?
No, right. Wasn't it like 2 or 3 inches wider than a regular court?
I think it was a foot total. So like
foot.
6
God, and my ball was definitely...
that would have been it. That would have been...
No way that ball was in. Yes. I don't know, man. I miss playing outside. I miss playing on a regular basis.
Same.
How did you start with that weird, like, hidden shot that you have? Like, why did you, like, was that something you were doing in tennis?
No. I don't really know how it started. I mean, I watched a lot of, when I first started playing 2 years ago, there's one.
Yeah, right.
I watched,
this is what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the pros play, and somebody that does it really well. Joey Farias does it really, really well. Aspen Kern has it too. And I don't know. I like to watch what good people and people that are better than me do and try to do it to some sort of extent. But I mean, playing with you so often, especially indoors last winter, like that, it just, you know, when it's coming almost probably 50% of the time. And it's not as effective, but it's very effective in tournaments where nobody knows that I have it, which is fun. But with people that you play with all the time, it's hard to make it as effective. But
no, for sure.
I love doing it.
Oh, it's so much fun. Like when you hit it, it's great. But it's so funny because it's like a feast or famine thing for you. Because like when you're on, it is on. But when you're off, man, it is off.
It's usually off, but
I'd say it's 50-50, dude. You get it most of the time. But I think that's right. Like because of like we play so often, I know when it's coming. But it is a really good tournament weapon because no one can really read it at all. I remember sending that text thread where I was like, "This is exactly how I know that it's coming because like here's all the footwork and the hand positioning," and you were like, "Damn it, you know it now."
But you also were like, yeah, I was watching that in slow motion, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, seeing it in real time would be rough, dude. Trying to pull that off. But I don't know. I love it. My favorite weapon is the dude. Like hitting the Ernie is like my most favorite thing in the world. Good God, I love it.
You had you had a lot in this. Was it here? Or was it New Hampshire? You had a ton in New Hampshire.
There was up in New Hampshire. I hit that one against Bill Gooch. I think it's called the Gooch now. So,
oh jeez. Yeah, that's the thing about playing with people like all the time. Like Chris and I, we play together most of the time that we're playing. So we're so familiar with each other's games that you're kind of forced to figure out how to do other things that they're not expecting.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's where I credit most of my, I guess if you want to call it success and improving is playing against Chris, Matt Saccone, like just guys that you need to play well against and you're not going to get away with things like that. But it is interesting because I'm sure you know my tendencies. I know your tendencies, and that's the cool thing about tournaments. Like you said, it's just nobody knows it's coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's somewhat. That's what I think is fun of playing against new people. Because, like, I mean, like playing against Ron, man, I know he's that middle thing that he does. Like, I can read it every single time, and I'm like, you just know that it's coming. But when you start playing against some new people in a tournament, you got to figure it out, or you're gonna lose. So, yeah, that was a good shot right there, man. You were playing with that Franklin. Are you still playing with the Franklin paddle?
So I switched to a paddle tex. I was playing with the Phoenix Genesis. That's what I played with at the White Mountains. But I'm back to the Franklin Center now.
Yep.
It's such a soft paddle. It makes resetting so easy. And I mean the dinks, you can generate a lot of spin with that max grit technology that they have on it. So you have to put a little extra effort into generating your own power just because it is so soft and light. But I like the sacrifice because, I mean, it's so soft. Resetting is almost natural.
Yeah.
As I put one up, and then into the net.
I know that wasn't bad though. I remember trying to reset it. That's a tough shot, right? I mean, I didn't get it low, but that's a tough one.
Are you still using the Prince?
I am. It's starting to crack on me a little bit. I gotta probably pick something up new for the spring. I really like it. I think Chris hit that ball out. That was a generous one.
Yeah, it's an exhibition at a yacht club.
Well, I feel like exhibition at a yacht club means that's a tighter call, I think.
This was actually a really good match. I've watched this one a few times.
Yeah, this was fun.
I know it went the distance.
I think the one again where Christy and I were playing against you and Chris was my favorite one though, because that was like a back and forth battle, and
I remember in that match towards the end, Chris and I started stacking because I was gassed because it was a zillion degrees outside, and Christy was so mad. She was like, "Why are they doing that?"
Yeah, I know. Well, that was like my third White Claw, I think, during that match. And
shout out White Claw.
Yeah, shout out White Claw, sponsor us. There you go. You know, I love defense. Defense is my favorite part of this thing, I think. Love being able to get balls that people are like, that is not. Oh, that came back over. And then I wasted it though.
Wasted. No, but you are so good mid court. I remember when we played together in that that region. What was it? Like Southwest, first East, first North, whatever.
Yeah.
We played together, and you just got everything back from the mid court. And if you get something low, it makes whoever you're playing with so easy to poach on that next ball because it's most likely going to be high.
Yeah,
that's what I like the most about playing with you.
Yeah, I love playing mid court. It's being able to reset it and drop it back in on any hard ball is just so much fun. I mean, Simone's amazing at it. I am not even remotely close to that, but it is for sure.
It's probably her paddle. You're using her paddle, so maybe that's why you're good.
I must be like channeling her energy. That's what it is. That's what it is for sure. You hit my net. How did you do that? So much topspin. These matches were so long. Games to 15, but how long? This is like
should have been 11.
3-minute match. This is crazy. I was sweating buckets.
Oh,
yes,
what is
that? How does he not read that off of you? He plays against you all the time.
That's the only one that he doesn't read. He'll read the next one and put it down my throat.
I love playing with Christy. She's so much fun.
She's one of the most steady players that I play with, but at the same time, she's also so good at being aggressive. It's unbelievable.
She's the most competitive person I've ever played with in my life, though. It is insane. Like, there are times when I play with her, I'm like, I think you want to play with me, but I'm not sure. Like, when we played in the Atlantic Regional Tournament or whatever, I don't know, there's one that we won the 4-5 gold against Jonathan Wilson and Katie Taylor.
That was a good match.
I was like, holy crap, I think she's really unhappy with how I'm playing right now, but not letting me know. And it is so competitive. She's so competitive.
This is an honest question, but has she ever not won a gold medal in mixed doubles around here?
Up here, I think we've won. Like, we won in Connecticut. We won the Atlantic. She won Atlantic with Riley. We won the Super Slam. And I think
won New Hampshire with Chris. She won White Mountains with Chris.
Yeah, she won White Mountains with Chris. Yeah, I don't think she's lost. Yeah, she's won gold in every tournament up here.
Tournament with who's the guy from Maine that Ron played doubles with in that tournament? I've never played with him.
I don't know.
Tall guy, very tall.
Oh, Rob Rouse. Rob
Yeah,
Rouse.
she played with Rob Rouse, and they won. That was the first time I ever saw her play.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
she was
she's
so steady.
gold the whole time, I think. And then she's playing Moneyball down in Florida. So she's playing with Catalano's thing.
Oh, who do you know who she's playing with?
Jonathan Goldberg, maybe? I think that's
Oh, okay. So is she linked up with them down there? Is she playing with them?
not currently because she's got
Yeah.
some medical stuff going on, I think. But I covered it, Andrew. Look at that, man. Look at that. Chris cleaned up my mess, but I read that.
A really good point.
I got you. I knew that was coming down the middle hot. I knew it. Yep. She's one of my favorite players to play with. Did you get a chance to play with Sasha at all?
Yeah. She came down to Lakeville and played with me, Chris, and Tabitha.
Yep.
She's fun to play with.
Yep. She's gonna be good. I love the sequence. This is a good. I love when you can set up multiple, like you know what's happening, like 2 or 3 shots in advance. Middle. Yep. That's fun.
I've actually been working on that shot myself. The
Which one?
the drop into the straight ahead. If you can ernie on your forehand.
Oh yeah.
Putting it a little back in the corner.
I gotta find because that was in the White Mountains. What is that? What is the name of that channel? I'm trying to remember. Was it White Mountain?
I was actually watching our match. Me and Chris for Shoe and Raleigh a couple days ago.
But I'm trying to. It's somewhere in here. Gotta find this. The labeling on this could use some help, I think.
It's like binary numbers, but there's so many videos that they had to like put together that like naming them would have been, they still wouldn't have been done. It's you find it. It's Mount Washington Valley Pickleball. MT. It'll probably still come up.
Yeah, but there's no way I'm gonna find that game where I got Gooch.
You got the Goochmeister.
Oh, is this it? No, that's not us. I'm gonna try to find because that was by far and away like my most favorite.
I know which game actually.
Say again.
Chris and I were playing BC Bill, so it should be around the same number, I think. If you find the one that Chris and I are playing BC Bill on the court closest to the golf course, it should be right here.
Yep, I'm trying to find it because it was the funniest. Because Ryan, he was playing with Ryan Pugh, and watching Ryan's face or like reaction after that was just hilarious because he's like, "What did I see? Like, how did that happen?" And I'm trying to.
Is it this?
No, this is against Glenn and his son. But I'm trying to. What the hell? There's so many of these videos, dude. It's like they really could. Oh, you know what? Okay, here we go. Looks like they labeled some of them at least with.
Oh, there we go.
This was crazy, dude. This isn't the game, but this game got so dark at the end. Like it was so dark.
Well, so in that tournament, there was a 3-way tie for first, and you guys, did you win that last match?
We won that last match, and Riley were like, I really thought that we were going to win the whole thing as a result of that. But
yeah, because I know that Ryan and Bill beat Chris and I, and then you guys beat them, and then we beat you guys. So it was that weird 3-way point differential. But it's a fun tournament. Right near the bar is perfect.
Right near the bar. I really wish the game had ended a little bit earlier, or did you guys stay the night? Because that was maybe what my mistake was. So
yeah, we stayed at Devin and Trevor's new house. We got there Thursday night. Chris played singles, and then mixed in men Saturday, Sunday. So we stayed there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But that's the move. I mean, it's so nice down there with all the breweries and stuff. No, that's what I was excited about with Atlantic Regional was going down to Portland. with all those breweries. That was sad. That got canceled.
I think it is this one, which maybe will not load, but it's got 10 views, so it's probably going to take forever to load.
302.
Yeah, this was the game. I think when we switched sides, maybe. Because, like, I've hit that against you guys, actually, in the Situate game, too, I think. So, but here, let me get back to that other one, because...
It'd probably be hard to find. We'll debut on the next one.
Yeah, we'll do it on the next one. We'll find it. We'll run through this one again.
Let's go.
Glad
I got a new
watch.
camera, man. I had my cat ate my other camera. It was crazy. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah, I remember
Out
you posted on
morning,
Facebook
and
about it.
I found that my cat had just literally chewed through my camera lens on my old GoPro knockoff. And
This is the same cat that goes to the bathroom on the toilet, right?
it is the cat that goes to the bathroom on the toilet. I do have a cat. Both of my cats we toilet trained this summer, and it is the craziest thing.
Is there ever a line in the bathroom with the cats? Like it's like the two cats and then you're waiting?
That would be great. Well, we do have 2 bathrooms, so I don't have to wait for my cats to go. I feel like I would take priority over my cats.
No.
But they don't. No, they're very patient with each other. Like,
Very courteous.
there's never a cat fight to go to the bathroom. I will say that. So it is weird though to be on work calls and to hear both of my cats use the toilet behind me. As I'm like, well, I'm sorry that you had to hear this, but both of my cats are using the toilet right now.
You gotta train them to shut the door.
They need to open the door. Is that what you're saying?
No, you need to train them to shut the door when they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't
It's
know.
like stepbrothers.
Like a bar too high. I'm happy enough that they both use the toilet and I never have to change.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's unbelievable.
Oh, did he tag you again?
He likes tagging me. It's not a big deal.
I don't think he got you. Maybe he missed. No, he didn't
No,
miss.
he missed.
So Chris, you got to play, man.
He played last Friday. We played, or yesterday, I guess. We played skinny singles for an hour. He worked me for an hour, and then he's got a torn meniscus right now, so he's taking a little time off.
Is it that same leg?
I think so.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh,
You got it.
oh, I gotta watch that in slow motion. This is the best airball, Christy. Well done. Like, oh, I'm getting it. No, I didn't. I missed it entirely. Which is good recovery, though. It was close. She must have been a beast as a tennis player, dude.
She played at Boston College, right?
Yeah, D1, right? So I think she must have kicked ass.
I heard she's actually better at paddle tennis than pickleball.
Yeah, I think that is accurate. I haven't played. Have you played paddle?
Yeah, we played. I've been playing. I played like 3 times this winter so far. Chris plays. It's definitely hard to get used to playing against the wires, but it's just something to do in the winter to try to stay out of inside venues.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll. Actually, you know who plays a lot is. Do you remember Scott Slobin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's a tennis pro up on the North Shore, and he runs a bunch of paddle stuff. It feels like this is the year to learn how to play outdoor sports in the wintertime.
Yeah, I actually bought a paddle, but I'm not good enough to know if it's a good paddle, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. The ball's heavy, right? Is it a heavy ball?
Yeah, it's like a heavy, like one of those heavy like pink balls, but like foamy, if that makes sense. Remember those like Spud pink balls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to learn how to play because it looks super fun.
Well, Chrissy's in Florida, right? So she's not playing at all because it's primarily winter sport, outdoors.
Yep, she's down in Florida until I think the new year. And then, have you seen padel before? You seen this?
Yeah, that's like paddle tennis, but with balls, right?
Yeah, but it is just insane. 'Cause it is like most bonkers. I guess when you're hugging people like this, you know it's going to be a good sport. I feel like paddle taps are not remotely close to this level of hugging.
I don't think we hug enough in pickleball.
You want more hugging in pickleball?
Eso les pateo, locura de punto, tira la contra, viene Vela, viene Vela, viene Vela, la agarra LeBron y la saca, locura de punto. Señoras y señores, lo gana el Lobo, Juan.
Like, I feel like pickleball needs this level of announcers. Like, I feel like Mark Renson needs to up his game. Like, if this is the bar to get people excited about watching the sport, we're not doing it. Like,
Tira la contra, viene Vela, viene
Mira.
la agarra LeBron y la saca, locura de punto. Señoras y señores, lo gana el Lobo, Juan.
Like watching the World Cup.
I still want to play this.
Esto lo hemos visto de verdad.
I'm not nearly athletic enough anymore to play this, but I want to play this.
No.
Not enough energy. Like, I mean, it's Electric City.
Lo digo como virtud, ¿eh?
Correcto.
Como-
No se jode.
There's so many people watching too. This is going to be no way that pickleball gets into the Olympics over this.
Me cruza Legarán, qué
This
rápido
is
está
so
Stupa, qué
much
rápido
more
está
interesting.
Stupa. Y lo que ha sacado Juan y Mieres, la bola
Like,
va a
look at
salir. Juan y-
Look at this. Dude
Sí,
runs
no.
outside the court to get that ball. That is
Y
crazy.
lo que ha sacado Juan y Mieres, la bola va a salir. Juan y la vuelve a
Sigue vivo.
recuperar.
I'm
La
into
contra de
this.
Legarán,
I
le
so
cae el
wanna play
Warrior. La pone el Warrior al rincón.
Oh, I think I need to learn like Spanish to play this.
La saca Juan y Mieres.
I think you just need to know how to say pelota, right?
Rápido.
Isn't that it?
I can say cerveza.
I'll say, like, you watch that. I mean, clearly those guys are the top of the
Yeah,
game.
let's watch something a little less intense.
A little less intense. Pickleball is the sport. Oh, I was gonna come get you if you gave that to me.
Never.
So you were playing some COD earlier?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play some COD after this too.
You play Fortnite ever?
No, I've never played Fortnite. I've been playing the new Warzone. I used to play a lot of video games in high school when I couldn't like actually go to bars and socialize, but then the pandemic has resurged my Call of Duty addiction.
Yeah, I feel like there is an enormous amount of alone time or solo time that people need to fill.
Yep.
If you played Fortnite, I was gonna have you try to go up against my daughter. She's unbelievably good
I
at
don't
it.
want the Harper Fortnite smoke.
You don't want to. You want to take on Harper? She would.
No, she's got me.
You destroy. Like, it's so fun to watch her play against all of her her friends who are boys, who are like 11 and 12-year-old boys, because she just crushes them. It's so
Wrecks them. What system? Does she have a computer or does she play like PlayStation?
plays on PlayStation. So it was so humid this day. I think if we were playing with Nick, he would have gone through 8 t-shirts. That's my guess.
Well, do you think Nick's the only person that changes t-shirts more than I do?
I
Or
think
do I?
is the person who changed. That was a great shot, Andrew. Look at this. We have to watch this in slow-mo. Great around the post from deep, way deep.
It's years of being out of position in tennis that set that shot up for myself.
I believe that. That seems like a pretty spectacular out of position. But it gets the crowd motivated.
Yeah, it gets the crowd going.
It does. Jay didn't even give you a clap on that. I feel like that deserved a clap.
He had you and Chris money line.
Yeah, I think so. That
Water always finds its level.
didn't work out so well for you. Do you think Christy's the best female player in the Northeast?
Yeah.
Sarah. Sarah's solid. She's just like good player.
Yeah, I mean, I would put Chrissy, Tabitha, and Sarah in the Northeast for sure.
Yep. She's so aggressive. This is a good point.
And I mean, now coming up to Sasha.
Yeah, she's gonna be good. I love when Chris does this. He makes it look so casual. It's like, I'm gonna turn my back around.
Yeah, he just like winks at the fans.
Yeah,
I forgot this point.
this is a great point. I don't remember who won it though.
I think we did.
Did you? No, you
Nope.
did not.
I jinxed it.
You totally jinxed
That
it.
was a very good point.
Yeah, that was like a 30 or 40 ball point at least. See, we got a clap from the crowd. That's crazy, dude. It was fun playing for people. I loved it.
I wish they were like on the court, but with the
Oh.
pandemic, I think we were trying to have everybody separated.
Yeah. It was pretty interesting because it was like I had no idea to what degree people were like, oh, this is good pickleball, or like these guys are hacks. So
9-9.
only a bajillion more points to go. I had fun.
Yeah, I
Man.
definitely want to do this again.
I do. It was just like, I mean, the only downside is if the weather is not as perfect as this was, it's gonna be pretty disappointing.
I remember we kicked around for like 2 to 3 hours after we finished playing until like 11:30. Chris and I didn't go home until like 1.
Yeah.
Very
It was-
worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it. Got a free dinner, man.
The people you meet in pickleball are just, it makes the sport that much better. 10-10.
I agree, dude. It was fun. There's so many good people. I was thinking back of like how many people I have met. Like, there's several hundred people that whose names I now know and remember as a result of pickleball. It's kind of great.
Well, I mean, we met through pickleball. I remember, I think I met you at a few tournaments, but I was still playing 4-0 back then because I had just started. And then Chris and Matt brought me to the Wilmington group. Was it last summer or 2 summers ago, I guess now?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so fun.
It is.
I mean,
It's
that's,
fun.
that's, I think that's probably in Massachusetts, I would say that Wilmington group is probably the strongest group to play in, but it just stinks that it's so far for us. I mean, it was close to me in Braintree, but now that I'm back in Dartmouth with Chris, right down the road, it's like an hour and a half, which kind of stinks, but you got to drive to get good pickleball in, I guess.
The courts, the question in the chat about where the court is, this is in Scituate at the is it the Scituate Harbor Yacht Club? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, Scituate Harbor Yacht Club, I think is correct.
Yeah. Oh, man. It was so pretty. Just like spectacular boats and scenery behind the scenes. It was just such a great day. The court was great, too. Like, it's such a soft court.
Yeah, very gritty. But, nothing like the roller hockey rink in Andover or Wilmington, wherever that is.
Man, that place. I haven't played there in a long time. I've become a pickleball court snob. It sucks.
What would you say is the nicest court you've ever played at besides this one?
Up here or
just ever?
I mean, I love going to Naples. I mean, Naples courts are great. I love playing down there. You know, usually in February when I go to visit my parents, I abandon my family and go play at the courts. And although there's some private courts that are right next to that, and then one of the 55 plus retirement places that I got invited to play at this past spring that was pretty great. Play with Brad Harris. He's like a ex CFL football player. He's a giant dude, man. He's like 6'8", probably 6'7", 6'8", like big dude, but he can move.
There was a basketball player in Rhode Island. I think maybe it was Kevin Love, but he was playing, and I mean those guys, like, they can just reach the net from the kitchen. It's unreal.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think scenery-wise, I would put this place in the White Mountains courts are an unbelievable view.
Yeah, the White Mountains courts are great. The other one that's you know what? I just thought about this one. There's a place in Portland, Maine, on the Eastern Promenade. So I was up there playing with who's the North?
Oh, there it is,
dude. Who's the ambassador for Maine? I'm trying to remember his name. It's
Rocky Clark.
Rocky, right? So we're playing with Rocky, Rob Rouse. I think Art Lavoie was there with maybe CJ. Anyway, it was like a great, unbelievably great day to play. Like the sun was spectacular, and the way that those courts are set up is that it just looks over the Atlantic Ocean. So you've got like this like high bluff. The wind sucks. The wind is not great, but the view is amazing because you're looking out like I love this spot. This is like a beautiful, I mean, the day was like super sherbert with the sky was like a huge part of what this was, but the bluff in the Eastern Promenade, you're just like so elevated that you can see the view is amazing. That has been like, I loved playing in the White Mountains and that was fun. And you could see super far off in the distance, but just to see the harbor and then be up and elevated and look out over the water, I think was just spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah. I would put this place, the White Mountains, and then, you know, Ed McGrath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a court, a tennis court that he converted into 2 pickleball courts at his house in Hingham. I think it's Hingham. But unbelievable view right over the Boston Harbor, and the courts are great at his house, so it's super private and it's a good place. My brother is buying some property in Westport, and he wants to put a sports court because he wants to put like a skating rink in the winter. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll put pickleball lines down. So stay tuned for that in the next couple of years, but. Anywhere you can just wake up and go play pickleball directly outside, I think is perfect.
I agree, man. Like I haven't played at Ed's court, but like I've been invited to a play. It's so crazy, dude. Like doing this YouTube thing is absolutely bonkers to me because the number of invites that I have gotten from random internet strangers to be like, hey, next time you're in Palm Beach, you should, feel free to send me a text. I'm like, well, next time I'm in Palm Beach, I don't know when the hell that's going to be, but like, yes, I will come look you up and play on your private court wherever the hell that is. Like,
yeah, it's like here's a picture, and it's like purple and green, and it's like overlooking the water. It's like, oh, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, no, it's for sure going to be one of those things. All right, dude. I don't know if you want to like keep hanging out and watching some pickleball and chatting, or if you want to drop off and go play some COD. But I'm up for either thing. What do you think?
Do you have anything else in the pipeline?
Well, if people are willing to vamp for a little bit or hang out, I can. I mean, it's kind of weird to have. It's probably there are 4 people who are. I have no expectations about people watching us watch pickleball, but there are freaking 4 people, and that blows my mind. That are like, I'm gonna watch Andrew watch pickleball. So,
but I need to take an intermission. But yeah, let's keep it going for the fans.
All right. I don't know.
Find a video. We'll watch one more video, and then we'll call it until next time.
Let's do it. All right. Find a good game, and I will do that while you're out there. Say hey in the chat if you want, though. I would love to know who the hell is actually watching me and Andrew talk about pickleball. There's some fun stuff. Let's see. We can get a game or two. What do you think? Good game or a bad game to watch? That is the question. What do you think, Andrew? Good game or bad game? All right, let's find a good game. Oh, this is a fun one. Playing with Dave Villardo. Proposal Dave. But while we do that, I'm going to try to also find that one with the gooch. Where the hell would I find that? That was New Hampshire. What was that? Valley Pickleball. What the hell was that? It was New Hampshire something or other. White Valley, that's what it was. All right, the White Mountain Resort Pickleball. We got a whole crap ton of videos here, but we are going to try to find this one where I got the gooch. He loves it. I call him that. When I get the fun flying Ernie. He was flying Ernie.
Is it one person chooses the side or the other?
I'll cue this up for Andrew.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Andrew. I found that fun flying Ernie that I got against when you and I were playing together. But I also got another game for us to watch. Wow, we'd shoot the breeze. This is fun. I can't find the gooch one. I gotta find the gooch one because he's gonna love it. So you've been working on this one too?
Oh, sorry. I can't see the video.
Oh, here. It'd be helpful if I actually showed the video.
Oh. I mean, that was unbelievable.
I've got it a couple of times now. That's the thing. Like if I got it once, I'd be like, that was just luck. But I think I've got it. I think I've hit this 5 times now. I'm like definitely over 50% for it. So
yeah, I mean, it's super effective because, I mean, if you push it far enough into the corner, I mean, in this case, it's Christie's forehand, but if you push it far enough into the corner and deep enough, they only have that straight ahead option down the line. And you know it's coming if you just jump the kitchen and time it perfectly like you did there. I mean, 10 out of 10 times it works. I did it last Wednesday in Lakeville to end the match, which was so satisfying.
Oh, that's great. Who did you get it on?
I don't remember. I think it was, I don't remember.
Yeah. They're fun, man.
If the drop's working.
Say again?
If your drop's on, if you can get that roll forehand drop, if you know it's on and you're not going to miss it, it's so fun.
Oh, it's so satisfying. It is. The number of times that I walk back after I get that either Ernie or that flying Ernie thing, and the smile that is on my face. I've probably shown my wife those videos more time than she ever would possibly want to ever see. Well, when I show her one of them, it is more times than she wants to see. But
she's like, I don't care. I'm
like, Kim, you should watch this. No. Come on, come here. You should watch. And she's like,
Matt, you should cut the grass.
Yeah, Matt, you should do something other than show me freaking pickleball crap.
All right, what do we got here?
No, she's saying it's not true, but it is. Hey, Kim, can you grab me a beer? Would you see? She's saying I have to correct that for the record in order to get a beer. She will gladly sit down and watch my pickleball matches, and she's like, "This is the best thing that I ever watched."
Shut up, Kim.
No, I'll take a sip of sunshine if you got it. Love it. I will drink that, please. Yeah, I'll drink that. Thanks. A sip of sunshine. Last one.
I got 0.
Mm-hmm. Have you played against Dave?
Yeah, a few times. There's a couple. So the first time I played with David in Wilmington, but then there was a few times I played. Have you ever played against Johan?
No. No. I think I've heard his name.
Is like never paddle tennis player in the world. Like the number 1 paddle tennis player in the world.
Oh, really?
And he's out of Boston area, and so David texted me and asked if I could go down and play with his Johan's paddle tennis partner, and their hand speed is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. And then The other time it was me, Matt Saccone, Chris, Art, and Proposal Dave went down to New Hampshire. We met like in the middle and played, and he's so fun to play against and with, just because he's that knee shot is unbelievable.
It's so unique. It's like I like playing with and against him because it's just like we were talking about earlier about how you play against the same people all the time and you start to expect the same behaviors, but his play style is so unique that there's really no one else that I play against that plays like that. Because his grip on the paddle is so aggressive. It's like such a forward facing grip.
Yeah, I don't even know what type of tennis grip that would be. But yeah, it's like he's holding like a hammer and just like hammering it. He gets so much power from it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. This is a fun day. This is a fun court to play at, man. You came up on that was a shit return though. But you came up one or two times to play there this summer?
I think I played there. I know I played there once. Chris and I drove up there where we played with Scott and obviously all you guys. But this is Christie's club, right?
Yeah, it's up at Turner Hill in Ipswich. It's a great course.
Golf course is unbelievable.
Yeah, the golf course is amazing. It's such a fun spot. It was fun because like everything was shut down all summer long, and this was like the only place that we were playing. But it was, we just get like 4 or 5 people tops, and good, safe, fun place. Good serve, Dave. We did a good job on that. We executed well. I haven't heard much from Dave recently. I know he was like teaching up here, but
yeah, when we were down, I don't know if you were there that time, but we played at those courts that we watched the first game at where you didn't play. Incredible. But I saw him down there. I know he was teaching down there. But it's good to have him back in the mix from San Francisco if he's playing it all down here.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's super busy with the new thing that he's working on, plus the coaching, but play with him when he's willing to come and play with the plebes.
Play with us peasants.
Yes, peasants. Pickleball peasants. I really want to play 5-0 this summer. Like if the tournaments happen, I'm going to try to step up.
Yeah. I mean, so when I first started, I think my headphones are going to die and my laptop's going to die, but I'll plug those in. But yeah, when I first started, I didn't know what to expect. So I was just playing pickleball as a tennis player at 4-0 and then moved up to 4-5 after a few tournaments. And definitely when I played open last year at Green Valley, but I'd rather lose playing at the highest level than win at like 4-5 or whatever.
I can't snuggle, Harper. Andrew and I are talking about pickleball. It's so important. Yeah, I agree with playing against good players, but I will not agree that going 2 and out after 7.5 hour drive is the way to do it. So
I think we went 1 and 2. We lost the first round of the main draw, won our losers bracket match, and then lost to Kevin Walker and Dan Davis, Dan Davis, I think.
Oh yeah. Yep,
it's fun.
Yeah, there's a comment about how nice the court is. It's such a great place to play. I really, really loved playing there. It's like a nice, private, quiet place to play. The wind is brutal, but it is a pretty spot. See, that's what Dave does. Like, this is what's crazy, is the way that he holds the paddle. There's no way I'm hitting this as an aggressive backhand, but like he can do it because of his grip. It's crazy.
I'm about to fly an airplane, but I have a headset now.
Is that your Call of Duty headset?
Yeah.
That's so good. Man, I upped my video and audio game here at home. And every work call that I am on, the number of people who are like, "Oh my god, dude, what is going on with your video? It looks like you're on an HBO movie or something." And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess if you spent $3,000 on camera gear 7 years ago that was sitting in a closet, you could look good too. So. God, it's so much fun to play this game. It's so frustrating and fun. Oh, that sucked. The Job, where do you play? Man, usually Ron hits those. I'm surprised that he missed this. I definitely have to reach out to Scott because I gotta play outside. I think paddle will be fun. I'm gonna reach out.
I was big time muted for probably 2 minutes.
No, you definitely were because I'm like, where the hell did Andrew go?
Well, the first thing I said, which was a joke, was I'm about to fly an airplane. Did you hear that?
I heard that. It wasn't a good joke though. I gotta say.
No, I gotta get going. No, but wait, what did I just ask you? I don't remember. I was worried that you couldn't hear me.
Who do you like playing with the most, other than Chris, for example? Who do you like playing with the most in the Northeast, and who do you find to be the most challenging opponent in the Northeast?
So I really like playing against Matt Saccone.
Yep.
Just because I think out of anybody that I play with, he's the one that can sort of turn it up to a new level that I don't have that. Like my level is pretty much the same the entire time. But with Matt, like if he wants to win, he'll just step it up an entirely new level and just grind it out and actually win. So I would say Matt, and then the most challenging is it has to be Chris. Just because he's so athletic and long and he gets to everything. I mean, playing with those two guys frequently when I first started really helped develop sort of my game and sort of brought in good throw, Ron. Really brought in like realization as to like what I need to do to get better and improve. But I also play with those guys all the time, so I don't know if that's a great answer, but what would yours be?
That's a good, I mean, let's see. I mean, I certainly love playing against, I mean, the crew that we play with on a regular basis is just great generally. I'd say the person that I enjoy, well, I loved playing with Manny, right? So probably the person that I played the best with was Manny Chung. Like I think we had very complimentary games. We won the Connecticut Masters together in 4-5.
Well, that's because you guys are a lot older than us.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That is fair. Oh, well, speaking of old, this is not an old move. Come on, man. Like I can move.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably like biofreeze for like 2 hours after that.
I do shut down. It's like I'm incapable.
You're probably more athletic than I am, and you're probably 20 years older than me.
I think that's accurate. That is accurate. No, I love playing with Manny. I love playing with him. He's super fun to play with. Or like he's just incredibly consistent. I don't know. I used to have a ton of hard time playing against CJ. Like he would hit the ball super hard. Or when Sabi was here, I guess, like I have a tough time against the really aggressive players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been trying to be better about that, but I mean, my game is for sure more defensive than it is offensive. So,
what would you say is like the one thing moving forward when we can start playing frequently again that you like are trying to work on?
Definitely being more aggressive. Although,
Well, I mean, did you just watch that?
Yeah, that was pretty aggressive, I guess. Before things shut down, we were playing up in Salem, and I didn't have the camera running, so I can say whatever I want about how I played. But I was really trying to push forward as I was hitting the ball, and I think that made so much of a difference. I think, like, I took lessons from this guy Phil Metz down in Florida, who's an unbelievable coach. He's like, I don't think he plays all that much, but he was a really good tennis coach for D1. And I've taken lessons from him when I've been down in Florida, and he was just unbelievably good. And he kept trying to get me to move forward more when if I would hit a drop or hit my return of serve, just to like put more pressure moving forward. Yeah. And that's the thing that when I like a couple weeks ago when I was playing, that was the thing that I was doing. And it made a huge difference and I think this is something that Dave does really well, actually. Same with Riley. Riley plays this way too. And I think when we were playing against you guys up in the White Mountains, that game that me and Riley lost to you guys figured it out. You were like, we're just going to push and push and push. And I think if you can do that well, it just creates so much pressure on your opponent. Mm-hmm. That's probably the thing that I'm going to try to work on most in the coming years, just trying to like provide more forward pressure. So
yeah, but I mean, it's also a part of that too is doing it at the right time, right? Where you can hit a good drive, but if it's not as good as it could be, you don't want to push too much because then you're just going to get burned. So I think that's kind of sort of what I'm working on. Obviously, when I first started playing with you, probably I was very aggressive and didn't dink as much as I think I needed to. And I think going down to the White Mountains around this time Green Valley, this time last year, just like watching Aspen play and Jarrett, like you're everybody that's playing at that level can be aggressive and can finish points, but I've been after that tournament, I really spent a lot of time working on resetting and just not trying to put everything away and trying to sort of develop the point more to actually put the right ball away. And I think that's sort of nice shot, Dave. Just sort of trying to work on letting the point develop and resetting it instead of trying to make something out of nothing. And that's sort of my focus right now.
Yeah, I guess what I was saying about being aggressive was less about trying to hit the winner and more about I think there's just a feeling of forward momentum that happens that I like prior to this probably fall, I was playing like I wouldn't move. I wouldn't there was not a lot of forward momentum to my game. I would like hit the drop and kind of wait to make sure that I hit a good drop versus expecting that I was going to hit the good drop and moving forward. Yeah. Pressure. And so it wasn't so much about trying to like be aggressive to hit the winner, but just recognize that like the thing that I was going to do was like hit the like move forward and hit the ball hard to try to get some additional pressure.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that you were like wrong in what you were trying to work on. I was just saying you were already so good defensively that you didn't really need to work on that, whereas I was 9 times out of 10 trying to be aggressive. But no, I'm just always trying to just get better and find one thing for a pocket of either a week or a month to sort of work on something. And again, without tournaments, that's tough. But this was a good match. I remember this one. I didn't play mixed in this one, but you and Christy ended up pulling this one out, right?
Yeah, we did. But like, yeah, I mean, I think to your point about trying to improve, like one of the things that I found that I kept doing was like when I was up at the net dinking, I kept, especially if I got into like a cross court dinking battle, it was for sure that I was just going to kind of put the ball back in the same spot over and over again, and recognizing being able to move the ball from like left to right, back to the middle, like forward and forward, that like I really started to focus on that in the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks over the fall. And it sucks that, shit stopped and we weren't doing it anymore. But like I recognized how many more balls I was winning up the net just by kind of, instead of trying to just get it back over and push it wide, to throw it back in the middle and mix it up. That made a huge difference for me.
We're probably watching one of the most aggressive players that I've ever played against here with Jonathan, who's really tearing it up now in Florida. I think he's been working on sort of what we were talking about, just being aggressive at the right times. But I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody hit a ball harder than Jonathan has.
Oh man, I'm so glad that I got to beat him before he started getting super good.
Well, to your point, I'm glad I locked him up for the U.S. Open before he got better.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's another one who just is like,
you get to play. Well, usually before things got locked down, I was probably playing 3 days a week. I don't know, 3 or 4 hours a day. So probably, 10 hours a week was probably what I was playing. How about yourself, Andrew? What were you playing?
I can't see the comments on here.
That's too bad. You can't see it.
How often am I playing right now? Probably 3 times a week, but a lot of it's just open play and not super competitive. But yeah, I mean, I was playing probably 3 to 4 times a week before the pandemic, and playing now as much as I can just to get out there and keep my skills sort of there. But definitely not the quality of play that I've wanted to play and that we were playing before the pandemic. But as much as I can.
It's so funny. I mean, this was 1 year ago, basically, or I guess a year and a month. It's nuts to see how different my game. I worked on so much stuff over this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I watch this and I like throw up in my mouth when I watch it most of the times.
That's what happens when I watch all of your videos of me playing, just being super aggressive, and I'm like, no, don't do that. It works, but not all the time. Nice shot.
Gross game. I so wish that I could play this again right now. I want to play against Jonathan and Katie again, or Jonathan whoever again, because like I feel like I know he's improved, but I know that I have too. So I do feel good that we beat them both times that we played them. Like we had to play them twice in this. We played 2 out of 3 and 2 out of 3 both times. So
I think Chris and Tabitha got bronze in this one, right? Did you guys play them in the? No, so they played Katie and Jonathan because you beat them.
Yeah, Katie and Jonathan beat Chris and Tabitha, and then we ended up playing Jonathan and Katie again.
Mm-hmm.
How much time drilling? Not enough time drilling. That is the answer. I wish I had way more time to drill. It is mostly play. I'd say just warm up stuff. I wish I could drill more.
We're going to the Open though. We should try to get together and drill a little bit.
I would do that. I love drilling, man. There was a woman here in the Boston area that I used to like get out and practice with. I was going to say drill with, but that felt kind of weird to say out loud. But
how do I mute that? I don't want to see the comments.
That I would practice with and just like getting out and hitting drops over and over again. It's super fun.
Let me mute the Facebook. I just want to see the comments. This is unbelievable.
If you log, you can see the. I think you have the same view that I do, Andrew. You can see the comments.
Wait, is it comments in Facebook or in this?
Oh, like if you log into StreamYard.
Figured it out.
There you go.
Go Bills. Okay, now we're back.
Do you drill much, Job? Joe B? Is it Joe B? I don't know. It says, who knows what people's names are when they have.
Wait, so are these comments that are being filtered through Facebook into Streamlab or StreamYard?
So this is the way that this works is that it's streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch all at the same time.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Look, dude, I'm doing it right. That's what $20 a month gets you. You pay for it, you can get some stuff.
Now that I can see the comments, it's a whole new world.
It is a whole new world when you can see the comments.
Did Joe B say where, or Joe, or the Joe, did he say where he plays? Oh wait, San Jose, California.
San Jose, yeah. God, I wish I was freaking playing outside in San Jose, California right now. I wish I was playing anywhere right now. How about that?
True.
This match was nuts. This is one of my. I hate watching it because it reminds me of how. Well, I guess the positive way to look at this is it reminds me of how much progress I have made over the past year.
That's the thing, though. I feel like Jonathan, just absolute smash. I feel like watching yourself in the past, you're always going to be critical of like what you were doing because you're always sort of working on something different. But I mean, you guys played a great match here. Did you lose the first game and then win the next two? I don't remember.
Lost the first one, won the next two. Yep. I got to say, man, my heart was pounding in this game. Do you get the yips, whatever?
Yeah, but not when I start playing. Right before I start playing, I'll think that I'm gonna forget how to like dink. Like just like I don't know how to do this. But then when I start warming up, I sort of get in like that mental focus. But it's weird because I never got that playing tennis in high school and college. Like I never got nervous. I don't know.
Why do you think you get it in pickleball?
I don't know.
It's weird, man. I go to the back. I pee like 3 times before I start to play, and I'm like, I get out there and I'm about to serve. I'm like, God, I gotta freaking take a leak again. So weird. I'm like, it's dumb. It's pickleball. It's the dumbest thing to be nervous about.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I like stopped being competitive in tennis for like 2 years and I wasn't really competitive in anything until pickleball tournaments like 2-3 years later. And it's like my body just forgot how to like just be normal during competitive play. But it is weird because like I'll go play with you guys like in Boston and not be the slightest nervous. But you put myself in like a tournament where there's a medal on the line and I'm like, oh, I just don't know if I can hit this backhand misdirect right now.
It's so dumb, right? Because it's like the number like for my day job, I'm like, I'll talk. I have to, give a presentation in front of like 250 people. I'm like, no problem. Like I can do it. And then I get out and I'm playing pickleball and I'm like, why is my heart racing? It's so
But I wasn't nervous at Situate. Like I don't know.
That I love because it's like, well, that feels like a friendly but incredibly competitive thing. That Situate thing, that's one of the best I played all summer long. I loved it. It was so much fun. This is, yeah, it is competition. It doesn't matter what I'm playing. If it's for the money, it's just different. That is 100% right.
This has videos, a lot of views, 3,000. I know this was one of your videos that had a lot of critical comments on it saying, like, oh, this isn't gold medal 4-5 level, which is super annoying. But I know Ed McGrath ref this match, and shout out all the local refs that are doing their thing to make competitive pickleball around here. I mean, these guys are just volunteers, and it's great that they devote their time to getting certified as referees and ref all these local tournaments, which is for people like us that are playing in them is super, super nice and definitely appreciated and probably underappreciated sometimes.
I agree. Did Ed pay you to say that though, Andrew?
Yeah, $3.
That feels
was that it? Nice.
Yeah, dude. The comments in these are great. It's just so much. How can this be 4.5 pickleball when the players can't hit an effective drop shot or a dink? This is my favorite. This is so good.
And then Rob,
this 4.5 level play.
So must be a heavy ball with the grunting.
Yep, that's so good. This is not a 4.5, a 3.5 at the most. Beginner's game. It's like, so good, dude. It's one of my favorite ways to like experience posting freaking YouTube videos is like the number. I really believe that the number of comments are either like you guys are great. Would love for you to come out wherever you are, or come
just come play us. I mean,
play. And then 50% of the other comments are basically like, you guys suck. You're the worst players ever. And I'm like, why did you even leave a comment? That's like the dumbest, how much time?
Yeah, you watch the entire match of mediocre play to your standards and then commented on it.
Yeah.
Just maybe don't comment.
Yep. Yes, the armchair raiders on the internet are the best. You post your videos, and if it's not the best game, they get to judge your skill on that 11 points alone. Yes, it is. I mean, I don't know why I started doing it in the first place. I guess probably just to record match. Yeah, we lost this game bad. This game sucked. But coming back to win felt so great. Felt good.
Yeah, no, that was you guys pulled it out very nicely. Well, I think I'm out of beer. So I think I'm going to call it tonight, but let's definitely do this again soon. We'll it
was fun. Thanks for joining. And
yeah, thanks for having me.
It'd be fun if get Jeremiah or Chris or Matt to join, maybe. Have a good time.
Yeah, cool, man. All right, I'll talk to you.
Man. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.